Well, hello, I'm Bill Holsinger. I'm glad to be coming to you today via video. And I run the Timberline Christmas Tree Farm. We've been in business now, started planting in 2003 and started selling trees in 2006. The first year we did maybe 600 trees. As of just last year, we sold 1,900 trees out of our place here. We are up to over 20 acres of trees planted out there. This spring, we planted 7,000 trees and planted them by hand. There is a lot of different types of trees out there. In our area, the typical are the pine trees, the Scotch and the white. That's the traditional tree in this area. But we're learning how some different firs that we will call an exotic that will grow here. They can handle the temperature of high temperatures through the summertime, but yet the cold temperature through the winter. So I can grow a Canaan fir and a concolor fir and sometimes Fraser fir, but that all depends a lot more on soil type and drainage and pH. The Fraser is just a very touchy tree as to grow. So if you can grow it, it's great. But the Canaan just grows pretty much in any other place. What I do in this situation, this actually put a new leader right in the middle. So we're going to try to take the side ones out, even though they're pretty good size, and try to take everything down to where he's our central leader now, and then that's going to shape the tree. From when I planted, will take from 6 to 8 years to go to a 6 to 8 foot tree. So, and that all depends on varieties. A pine tree I can only let grow a foot a year, otherwise it'll be have too much of a gap in between. Fir tree I can let grow taller because they'll put buds on that leader and have branches come out. So a Canaan fir can probably get to an 8 foot tree in 6 years. A concolor tree in 8 years will be about a 6 foot tree. The bigger the stump doesn't always mean the older the tree. Sometimes it varies on how fast it grew. So, but usually the bigger the stump, the older the tree is. And if it's a real big stump and a short tree, that means it struggled early on. And so it just kept getting bigger at the bottom, and it just, yeah. So, but yeah, you count the rings, you can see what it's a good year and bad year when you look at the rings. Out in the mountains where the fir trees are found, they will get 60 feet tall. So the concolors come from kind of the Rocky Mountain area, and the Canaan firs are in the Appalachian Mountains, so out by West Virginia and that kind of stuff. So, and pine trees, yeah, they're kind of all over the place, but there are different varieties of pine trees, so you never know. But yeah. And I think the pine trees can get to that 40 to 60 foot tall. If you come in and worried about cutting a tree down and doing that, I'm usually planting 2 trees for every 1 tree that's cut out. So, because not all the trees that I plant survive, but they're always constantly taking the bad stuff out of the air, filtering it for us to breathe.